Last year, CEOs in the United States made around 300 times as much as the average worker's salary. Should the government impose boundaries on salaries of executives?
That's a very good question. I think that if you work hard enough, you can attain anything. This is the land of opportunity, and CEOs, I believe that they work hard enough for their money, so I think that they should be able to attain whatever it is that they are working for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa, did you hear that applause? Listen to that. You know, Miss Texas may not have been crowned Miss USA, even with that answer. But the Blazers' Dana Loesch says Miss Texas just won something bigger. And I think that was the admiration of America. That's what she won, right?
Absolutely, Stuart. Thank you for having me. She may have been first runner-up, but I tell you what, she's Miss USA in my heart, because that was a really weird question to ask, number one. She handled it beautifully. She answered honestly. And who in their right minds thinks that the government should be the one controlling salaries? I mean, anyone who understands business knows that it's the business owner, it's the board of directors, it's the shareholders who make those decisions, not the government. They have enough problems of their own.
You know, I was picking up very strongly on the audience reaction.
Yes.
They were strongly in favor of what she had to say, which makes me feel that maybe America has not turned so far left, so far anti-America as we might think. I mean, that was a terrific response.
It was a great response, and the way that the audience reacted to it was, I mean, that was amazing, because I think it was refreshing. There were a lot of people who found her answer incredibly refreshing. You hear something so different so often in media and in entertainment, and business owners are demonized, and people now, because distrust of government is at an all-time high, distrust of Congress is at an all-time high, people don't want those individuals making these decisions, so they loved her answer.
That's right. I mean, conventional wisdom is that the rich are getting richer and the rich are all bad, and that CEOs make far too much money. And along comes this young lady and says exactly the opposite, and she gets cheered for it. One thing I can't work out, though, is why did the young lady have a British accent when she's asking that kind of question? I could never work that one out. You got an answer?
No, I don't, but that's a keen observation. I'm not quite sure why she had that accent. I wasn't too familiar with the host of the pageant, but I tell you what, I think everybody's going to be very familiar with Miss Texas. And Stuart, you know, coming from Texas, you know, she's lived with that capitalism. She's lived with that great market and job creation. We've carried the labor market.
You know, I'm just so sick and tired of hearing people bash America publicly and get away with it. And here's the exact opposite, and I just loved it. Dana Loesch, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.